Alright, have you ever seen those usually on a news feed on some social media, and it's just like a word search, and it's usually titled the first 3 words you see are what matter to you most or whatever, and like you get your wealth, fame, pizza, you know, whatever your brain seems to pick out first out of the mix of letters. And if you were wondering, last time I scrolled past one of these and remember getting knowledge, love and sleep. That's what my brain kept picking out. Anyways, bring that up because that's how I see the way some people treat religious doctrine. Does that make sense? They will go to what they want out of it. That's what they'll see first, or that's what they'll focus on, and could very well end up ignoring other bits. And I thought that's as a good a way as any to start talking about the religious discrimination bill. And shout out to some Facebook friends, because that's where I found this really helpful site. You can fill in your details and it will put together a letter to send to your representative with an outline of the main concerns that come from this, and you can then of course add your own input as well, and that pretty much sums it up really well, so I might just read that to you to give you an idea of what's going on. Alright, so equalityaustralia.org.au puts together a letter to send to your member, and its subject is please oppose the religious discrimination bill, and the message it puts together for you is the redrafted religious discrimination bill is of great concern to me. Key provisions in this bill are not like other discrimination laws. Unprecedented provisions go too far and may protect those who wish to use their religious beliefs to intimidate others. The bill currently privileges religious belief over other human rights. This is fundamentally unfair. It introduces new and special protections for those with harmful religious views to the detriment of others. Our anti-discrimination laws should apply to everyone equally. Under this bill, LGBTQ+ people, women, people with disabilities, and those from minority faiths are at risk of intimidation and harmful discriminatory statements. Even though the healthcare provision has changed since the first draft, it still privileges religious beliefs over patient need in accessing judgment-free healthcare. It could affect women, people with disabilities, and LGBTQ people simply trying to access appropriate health services. The redrafted bill allows for some adverse impact to the patient's health. This is unacceptable. Patient care should always be the priority in the healthcare system. Religious organizations will be allowed to discriminate against others with different beliefs or no beliefs, even when providing publicly funded services. People will be provided with protections when they engage in religious activities that breach local bylaws, which we all have to follow. Service providers who want to do the right thing will be forced to accommodate staff with religious objections to LGBTQ people that run counter to the organization's mission of providing healthcare for all, even when that service is government funded. And it is important to me that all rights are balanced and protected equally. I do not support the bill in its current form and cannot support any bill that creates a special privilege for one group of Australians over another or threaten our healthcare system. I also added, because mine's going to James Stevens, member for Sturt, the guy who took over for Christopher Pine, my mate. I requested a meeting in person over the break or in the new year because I would really love to hear his views himself on this particular topic, and with the power of the internet we can have a look at how he voted. Now, that letter pretty much sums up what they're doing here. I will get the actual legislation out and look through it and report back to you, but I can just anticipate where we're talking about religion in the form of law. Oh, I bet you've been wondering why you've been watching some water boil and me start to cook some spaghetti. I figured, just to make it look like I'm not just talking about something I know nothing about, I've got the family that would make you go to a very Catholic church when someone's born, someone's getting married, or someone's died. But other than that, you can generally steer clear of it. But I then had a best friend, shout out, probably never find my videos, but either way, you know who you are. And she grew up Mormon. And I went to her Mormon church with her for years, every Sunday, because I'm a good friend. But I, part being polite, part being curious, did read along with the things that they would read, and got familiar with Joseph Smith. And This was all her idea originally. She's the one that first stumbled upon the flying spaghetti monster and the religion of Pastafarians. And when we were in primary school, we lost our absolute minds when on TV they were saying it was Talk Like a Pirate Day, on the day that the religion said it's Talk Like a Pirate Day, because obviously the lack of pirates is the reason for global warming. And you should know that in their heaven they have a beer volcano and a stripper factory, and may you all be touched by his noodly appendage. But in saying that, I'm a fan of all this because of what the Pastafarians went out to do, and I think they did a brilliant job of it. And lucky for everyone, this religion states that you cannot discriminate. It's a big rule. So even if I wanted to, the law might say I can, but my religion still says I can't. Yeah, simply put, I respect faith. You believe what you won't believe, because then that means I can do the same thing. I just have a huge problem with organised religion fucking the people. Like I have a problem with any institution fucking the people, if you haven't already gathered by this channel. Should we wrap this one up with a meme? I pretty much got most of this video off of one of my friend's Facebook pages, so yeah, when I send this to you, this is also a thank you. You're doing your grocery shopping. Go to check out, be met with. Sorry, I can't sell you those condoms because I'm Catholic. You need to go to register 5. But she's Muslim, so she can't sell you that ham. You have to go to register 8. But he's a Mormon, so he can't sell you that Coke. Try register 2. Maybe, but she's a Jehovah's Witness, so she won't sell you that birthday card. Maybe try register 4. He's an LGBT guy who believes in equality. He'll sell you anything because he's not a small-minded, bigoted a-hole that hides his bigotry behind religion. Oh, come on, it's 2020 almost. Like, what would Jesus do? Jesus probably wouldn't do this. And how they always write these laws, like obviously trying to protect one particular religion, and then you can just anticipate that when a religion that they're not a fan of goes to use these laws, it's all gonna hit the fan. Oy. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and yeah, check out the last 3 videos I've done and sign the petitions if they aren't full yet. Thank you.